Hi there, hope you have a fantastic day today. This lesson I'm going to teach you inequality. But before we do that, of course, you know that there is a PDF file on the description below for you to download so you can work with me. Otherwise, let's go straight into it. First one. Now to solve this kind of questions, okay, I'm going to show you two methods. The first method is we just do a quick sketch and then we find the intersections and then we check the answer from there. And the second one is we just use pure algebra. Okay, so let's get into this. So first one, we know that y equal 1 over x. Let me just do a quick sketch first. So y equal 1 over x is like this, right? This is y equal 1 over x. And then y is equal to 2 is a horizontal line. I just do a quick sketch, that's all. There you go. So this is 2 here. Okay. And this one here is 1 over x. Okay. Y equal 1 over x if you like. And then we want 1 over x above the 2. Okay. Above. So because 1 over x greater than 2. So this is the answer. We want this part. So therefore, first thing is we need to find the intersection here. Just the x value we do. Okay. So that we know that the answer is between this part and this part. That's all it is. So to find this, we just want to solve the point of intersection. So what we do, we just want my x, 1 over x is equal to 2. Okay. So we just solve simple equations. So I times x both sides because I just want the point of intersections. We just find the x value if you like. So we times x times x. So that gives me 2x. This cancel out. So therefore, okay, we have 1 is equal to 2x. And I divide by 2 on both sides. So that gives me 2.5. So therefore, x is equal to 1/2. So it's 1/2 here. Okay, so just write here 1/2. So therefore, the answer is between 0 and 1/2. That's the answer, right? So let me just write this down. So therefore, x is less than 1/2, of course, greater than 0. And there is no equal sign because 1 over x is greater than 2. This is the answer. Let's do it algebraically, okay? Now to do this, so let me just write out the question first. 1 over x is greater than 2. So to do this, we need to times the square of the denominator. Because if you times by x only, you miss out one solution. Okay, just remember that. So I times by x square. And we times x square here. So we simplify this. So that will give me x and then greater than 2x squared. So I'm just going to move x on the other side. Okay, and then we solve it by factorizing. Okay, so is 0 and greater than 2x squared minus x. And then what I do, I just factorize it. 0, okay, x, and then 2x minus 1. Now, just imagine x and 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. So we will have x equal 0 or x equal 1/2. That is the x-intercept, right? I'm just doing a quick sketch on this graph here so I can see it is which part is above or below the 0, okay? So let me just quickly sketch it. And we know that the x-intercept is 0 and 1/2. Let me just write this down for you. So that's x equals 0 and solve this, right? So this means x equals 1/2. Just a quick sketch so you know where it is. So 0 here and 1/2 here, just roughly. Of course, this is the 2x squared. So the graph is upright, okay? So just do a quick one. There you go. And we want 2x squared minus 1 below 0, less than 0. So therefore, underneath here, this part. There you go. So that means it's between 0 and 1/2. This part here. So that means 0, x, 1/2. There you go. So let me just write the answer here. Therefore, x is greater than 0 or less than 1/2. There you go. Second one. So let's just do it algebraically, okay? So to do this, we times the bottom square. So in another word, we times both sides with the x minus 3 square. Remember, if you just time by x minus 3, you miss out one solution. Okay, so the answer be wrong. Okay, so I time the bottom square. So this means that I just write it down. So that becomes 2x minus 3 square over x minus 3. And of course, I need to do the same thing on the right hand side. So time by x minus 3 square. And I simplify this with this, see? There you go. So now we have 2x minus 3 less than or equal to x minus 3 whole square. Now I'm just move everything on one side, okay? On this side better because x minus 3 square. So it's larger. So I move on that side. So if you move on to the left, nothing wrong with that. But then you deal with negative number. That's all. It doesn't really matter, okay? But easier if I move on this side. That's the idea. So minus 3 whole square, negative or minus 2 like this, okay? Of course, you can expand it out and simplify, then factorize again, okay? But this take a bit longer. And then what I do, I just factorize straight away. So we have common factor here is x minus 3. See? Because this is a square. So if I take x minus 3 out, so what I do, I just write that underneath here. So 0 less than equal, I take x minus 3 out. So that means, okay, the square, because I took 1 out, so it still leave with 1, okay, which is x minus 3. And minus 2 left on this part. So there you go. Now I just simplify further. So that will give me 0 less than or equal to x minus 3. And then expand this out. So become x minus 3 minus 2. So that's minus 5. There you go. So now we have, if you want to graph this, so we have x-intercept is 3 and 5, right? So just do a quick sketch. So I just quickly do it. So this is 3 there. This is 5 there. And the parabola positive. Okay, so I just do a quick one. There you go. And then we want to be above 0. Okay, that's greater than 0. So we want this part and so we want these two parts. Okay, so that means x is less than 3 or x is greater than 5. Okay, so we don't write equal yet. Just be careful. A lot of people might mistake on this. Okay, so we just write less than or greater than first, and then we check with the questions. Okay, so you will not make mistake on this. So let me write this down first. So therefore, x is less than 3 or x is greater than 5. But then we have equal. So we need to write equal. But then be careful because, let me move this first. X cannot be equal to 3. Because if it equals 3, the denominator is 0. You cannot divide by a 0, okay? So this one we leave as it is. And this one we have equal sign. There you go. That is the answer. Third one. So what I do, I just times x plus 2 square, okay? Because we need to times the denominator square, because otherwise you miss out one solution, okay? Just keep that in mind for me. So let me just write the question out first. X minus 1, x plus 2, less than 2, and I times the denominator square, okay? So x plus 2 square, x plus 2 square. And of course, I simplify this with this. So it leaves with x plus 2, and then we have x minus 1. Less than equal x plus 2 square. So now I just move everything on the right hand side, okay? So that will give me 0, and this, I just write this down first. And minus, so move on this side, that becomes x plus 2, x minus 1. And of course, you can expand and then you simplify, then factorize. But don't do that, okay? Better if you just take our common factor straight away, okay? So in this case, the common factor for this is x plus 2. So 0 greater than. So x plus 2 square here, we have x plus 2. So I take x plus 2 out. So I take x plus 2 out. So if I take that out, remember the square, it become 1. So inside here, you leave with x plus 2. And of course, this group here, this one I took it out. So you only leave with x minus 1. So this is the minus here, x minus 1. So now, I just simplify further, but don't forget the bracket here. So that give me 0. So x plus 2. And we have 2x. I just expand this out first. Okay, 2x plus 4. And negative 1 times x is negative x. And then become plus 1. And now, I just simplify a bit further. So x plus 2 here. And then 2x minus x is x. And then 4 plus 1 is 5. Now, if we sketch this, and we should have x negative 2. And x minus 5 is the x-intercepts, right? So let me just do a quick sketch on here. So negative 5 here and negative 2 here. And the graph is x squared, so it's upright, okay? Just keep that in mind for me, like that. And now we want above 0 because this part is greater than or equal to 0. So we need this answer here, above the x-axis. So now, therefore, x, okay, this part here is less than negative 5. Or this part here is x is greater than negative 2. There you go. But then we need to check the questions because the question is we have the equal sign here, okay? So therefore, we have the answer should be less than or equal to. But then be careful. In here, x cannot be equal to negative 2. Denominator cannot be equal to 0. So therefore, this is correct. And this one, we need to put an equal sign. There you go. So therefore, x is less than or equal to negative 5. Or x is greater than negative 2. Please pause the video and try this one yourself. Hi there, I'm back. How do you go? So let me go through them with you, okay? Now before I do that, please do not forget to give me a thumb up and subscribe if you haven't done so you can help me to grow my channel. So let's get into this. So first one is I just times by the denominator square, okay? So that will give me x minus 2 squared times by 1 over x minus 2 and less than 3 x minus 2 squared. So now I just simplify this cancel out. So on the right hand side, we have x minus 2. And of course, it's less than 3 x minus 2 all squared. So now I just move x minus 2 on the other side, okay? So let's just move this up. So 0 is less than 3 x minus 2 all squared minus x minus 2. Then of course, I take out the common factor. So the common factor in this case here is x minus 2. So I take out x minus 2 out. And this side here, because of this square, so we cancel 1 out. So you left with 3x minus 2. And this one here, I just cancel it, so leave with 1. Okay, so minus 1. So this is 0. So this is x minus 2. So 3x. And I time this, give you minus 6. And then this one here is just minus 1. And then I just simplify further. So that give me x minus 2, 3x minus 7. Now I just do a quick sketch. To do this, we know that the x-intercept x is equal to 2. Or so this one here, 3x minus 7 equals 0. So 3x is equal to 7. X equal 7 over 3 is 2 1/3, okay? So that's just for the x-intercept, okay? So let me just sketch on here. So 2 is here and 2 1/3. And the graph is x squared. So the graph will just go like this, okay? Remember that for me. So like this. And we want to be below 0. And we want greater than 0. So this part, because it's greater than 0. We look at this. Okay? So the answer is this part and this part. So therefore, x is less than 2 or x is greater than 2 and a third. And there's no equal. And this is the answer. Part B. So I times x squared on both sides. So that gives me 3 over x. I just go x squared here, okay? And less than equal to 2x squared. Then this cancel out. So give me 3x less than equal to 2x squared. I move this on this side. So 0 is less than or equal to 2x squared minus 3x. So now I just factorize it. So 0 less than or equal to, I take the 3 out. So 2x minus 3. Now I just do a quick sketch. So this is x equal to 0 and x equal to 3 over 2, which is 1.5 if you like, for the x-intercept, okay? So let me just quickly do it. So this is 0 here. And this is 3 over 2, which is 1.5. And x squared, okay? So the graph is upright. So I just do a quick sketch just to help me to get the answer. That's all it is, okay? So we want to be above 0. So this is the answer. So that means from this onward and this onward, okay? So now my answer is, therefore, x is less than 0 or x is greater than 1.5. But then remember we have a less than or equal. So therefore the answer should have equal sign as well, okay? But remember, x cannot be equal to 0 because you cannot divide by 0. So this one is correct. So therefore this one here, we need to put an equal sign. There you go. This is the answer. Last one, same rule apply. So we just times the bottom square. So I just quickly do it, okay? You know the point. So that become x. So x plus 4. And then less than equal to 1 times x plus 4 square is x plus 4 square. Okay, you get the point. So now I just move everything on this side. Okay, easier. That's all. So that becomes x plus 4 all square minus x plus 4. And the common factor is x plus 4. So 0 less than equal to, I take x plus 4 out. So I took the x plus 4 out. So the square become 1. So that become x plus 4. And then minus x. So now I just simplify further. So this is x plus 4. And then x minus x is gone. So you left with 4. Okay. So the answer is like this. 4x plus 4. And then we want to be above 0. So if you do a quick sketch, it's like this, okay? So this is just a straight line. So if you think about it, okay, this is just like y equal 4x plus 4. Just like that, okay? When y equals 0, x equal negative 4. So when x is 0, y equals 16 up there somewhere, okay? So just do a quick sketch, that's all. And we want to be above 0, okay? So this is the answer from this onward, okay? So this is the answer. So therefore, x is greater than negative 4. But then we need to check the answer, okay? We have an equal here. We should have an equal as well. But then because of plus 4, x plus 4, so this means that x cannot be equal to negative 4. Okay? Because if you are equal to negative 4, the denominator is 0. You cannot divide by 0. So therefore, this is it. This is the answer. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you got all of them correct. Bye.